today. From Nissan Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee, it's Week 11 of the NFL on EA Sports.
By many accounts, one of the most underrated home venues in all of the NFL resides in the heart of Nashville, Tennessee, and that's where we find ourselves at Nissan Stadium. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Buffalo Bills and the Tennessee Titans. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here are the Titans now for their first drive. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
And I'll bet right now it's just one thought in his mind.
Win the game.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He played pretty well. I mean, he didn't turn over the ball in terms of interceptions,
no,
right?
Two touchdown passes last week.
2 touchdown passes, but when your team doesn't win, that's just hollow. And the best quarterbacks don't care about anything but whether or not their team won.
And they'll run the option to start the drive. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. From the gun, Campbell. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 89.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to...
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. So here come the Bills with excellent field position to get things started. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3 to 1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hole.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
Looking to throw. Staley. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
The quick slant caught. Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's 2nd and goal.
Brandon, I think we can see early on they're making a concerted effort to get him the football. So to me, that means they like the matchup that they have. They feel like he's better than the guys that are covering him.
2 plays, 2 passes. We'll see if they get back. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills have taken the early lead. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was. And when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Titans take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive, and they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Bills have recovered.
Yes, sack.
Can we get some forensics done here? Because I need to figure out.
What, on that ball?
Yeah, on the ball, on the guys carrying the ball, what's going on? Back-to-back drives, back-to-back fumbles. That just doesn't make a whole lot of sense if you're coming out here to play in the NFL.
I don't think the coaching staff thinks it makes a whole lot of sense either.
No, maybe there'll be changes, but if nothing else, there will be a few stern talking tos, that's for sure.
Throwing to start the drive. Staley. A tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Staley. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
The full team is involved in this game early, aren't they? Go down the field, score on offense, take the ball away on defense, and go right back and score again. You got to like the way that's working for them.
That's exactly right. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, 2-score lead. A little bit like you at breakfast this morning. I got to get this in. You had a perfect omelet, dropped it. So a little bit of a turnover. You went right back, though, and got that omelet and crushed it.
You got to do what you got to do, man. You got to do what you got to do.
Don't worry about your hands, though.
Yeah.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. The numbers for Johnson in last week's game: 15 carries, 57 yards, and a touchdown as well.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that, but they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter. And a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Brought down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Campbell. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
knocked down.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's
nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
The quarterback sacked. A fumble on the play.
Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. One, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But two, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So here are the Bills to take over. They are working on that very impressive 9-game win streak, looking to get it to 10 as they've got the lead here, 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Staley looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fletcher. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
On 1st down, Simmons. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's another 1st down as this time they get an even 20. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it.
And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now, there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
To throw on 2nd down. Staley, he's got it complete to Thompson. That'll be a gain of 15 yards. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
Pick up of 15 yards. But it's now 3rd down.
Back to throw. Staley. That is caught at the 7. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. 3 catches now this afternoon, the same number he had all of last week. Also, it's a 1st down. A pretty sizable deficit here in the 1st quarter. This defense probably need to get off the field in those situations on 3rd down.
And you and I both know in this huddle before that last 3rd down play, that's exactly what they talked about. Let's make a play. Let's get off the field. Let's reverse the momentum. Instead, they got hit with another 1st down. Almost back to the drawing.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills will add on to their lead. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is in a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go.
The kicker on for the extra point.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts.
Bills 21.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 21-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. 21-0 our score after one. They'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. From the gun, Campbell. Wide open receiver complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
It's now ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw again, Campbell. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. There he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2.
They toss it out right to Johnson. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are able to close the gap just a bit.
Kicker on for the point after.
That seemed like a much-needed touchdown after 21 unanswered points to start the game.
It's not often that you equate a football game to a golf tournament, but it's like you don't want to shoot yourself out of the tournament too early. So they needed that touchdown to make sure that they got an opportunity to not just get back into this game, but a chance to win it later if they continue to play well.
Takes it at the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
1st and 10. At their own 30-yard line.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And he's looked pretty good. Does have the 1 interception, but 2 touchdown passes so far. Your analysis.
They'll take the offset. When you talk about throwing 2 touchdown passes, no one wants to see an interception thrown, but those things happen in the course of a ball game and over the course of a season. But throwing 2 touchdown passes, that's why the team has an advantage. That's what they're looking for more of.
He'll be hoping to make it a 3-to-1 ratio here in the 2nd quarter. They'll run on first down. It's Simmons. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line.
At the 46-yard
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now a give, right side. Simmons. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Throw left side complete. It's Fletcher. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball that cut down that lead. Now the defense has done their part, got them the football back.
Momentum started to shift a little bit when they scored the touchdown. It increased when the defense got them the ball back. Momentum definitely in their favor, and they got to keep things cranking, keep it on high so they can keep cutting into that lead. That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off usually after about 3 to 4 steps and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
Operating from the gun, Campbell. And he's got his man in stride, complete. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. Well, if you're going to pass on 3rd and 1, you better get a 1st down if you complete it. They completed it, but no gain.
The aiming point has to be beyond the 1st down marker where you throw the ball. 3rd and 1, you can't have anything that's even close to the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, you run the risk of what we just saw there, not getting the 1st down.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. He's got to be feeling pretty good, playing well. Team has the lead, so just looking to mount a drive here that ends in the end zone.
And all quarterbacks will tell you, hey, we love a running game, helps us out. But at the end of the day, they want to rely on their arm. Throw the football, feel good about things, keep things moving in the right direction. Right now, that's exactly what we're seeing.
And we'll see if that continues.
2nd and 6.
On 2nd down now, it's Simmons, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
48-yard line.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Staley. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Number 10, incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This is taken at the 15. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45, and it'll be Titan football. Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. I think this crowd not really sure what to make of things. Their guys have not looked very good. Their leader here at the top, he hasn't looked that great either.
And most of the time you hear guys talk about how they don't let the crowd affect them or they block it off. Well, that's not really fully true because a lot of the times you ride the wave of emotion with a crowd when it's positive for you. In this case, they've got to find a way to shake it off and at least get something done to maybe put the crowd back on their side.
Absolutely. Give these guys something to cheer about. Campbell now, looking to throw on second down. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now Campbell throwing on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it, just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And he will have a first down as they're into field goal range now at the 30.
13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down. From the gun, Campbell dancing to his left. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to
it. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. On first down, Simmons. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41.
For the ball carrier.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards the pickup there. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Throwing again on second and 10. Staley over the middle, complete. It's Fletcher. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 20-yard line.
A gain of 16.
It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. They'll run on first down. It's Simmons, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
To throw on second down, Staley, and this is caught at the 8. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
That catch good for only a couple.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do in that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space.
And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Bills will extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, you mentioned that slowly but surely, you also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Extra point safely through. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
21-yard line.
Out come the Titans now. They'll have it first on offense to start the third. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it first and 10. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Now after the play, oh man, it's Barkley who appears to be shaken up. He's down. We'll check on his status when we get back. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Campbell. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. Campbell on first down. Over the middle, it's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Let's go. Mike 50, Mike 50. Watch the pass. Here we go.
From the gun, Campbell. And he's got him. Got his man on the end round. Complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
7 yards left for 2nd down. Ball at the 10.
Operating from the gun, Campbell. This is caught. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
At the 8-yard line.
From the gun, Campbell. This will be caught at about the 5. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? the back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the third quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your coach? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
Well, that's what he's done here in this one so far. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Back now in Nashville, it's the Bills with a lead and the football here to begin the fourth quarter. On first down, Simmons. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fletcher.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Looking to throw. Staley looking left side. It's complete. He's got it. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 83 yards receiving now for him on the afternoon as he's got a first down here. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
To number 8.
Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down. Stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll look to throw again. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. From 4 yards out. And the Bills will add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
14.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers. So a lot of credit to the defensive game plan and especially the execution.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. The Titans on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun, Campbell. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he will have a Titans first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
To throw is Campbell on 1st and 10. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 49-yard line. From the gun, Campbell. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Gray. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Campbell. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. This will be caught at about the 5. And the Titans are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. That play gets them 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. From the gun, Campbell. And that is incomplete here.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl-type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
A pass there over the middle to start things out. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. A solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride. That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Simmons, and he's going to have a Bills 1st down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
Now, that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
They'll run on 1st down. Simmons. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play.
So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And it was a game where they were off and running in the 1st quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on them, and were never headed.
So for Buffalo, they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year. And they will head home next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6. And they'll be at home next week for a date